Wuthering Waves is top tier, bro. This game is fun, and I'm seeing a bunch of negativity surrounding the game. I'm seeing the misconceptions and all the people saying, well, let's not get Genshin back. What are you doing? Why are you playing him not getting Genshin back? How about you go fucking touch some grass, brother? Okay, look, let's break this down, because I've seen a bunch of weird complaints and weird arguments on why the game is not quote-unquote good, or the quote-unquote concerns. Now, there are some concerns. This game does not do everything perfect, but oh my god, it does a lot of things great. And aside from the bugs and the few glaring issues that I think are going to, I hope and I believe, I'm being optimistic, are bugs, most of the things can be fixed, right? So let's get right into it. First off, combat, top tier. Mwah. Chef's kiss, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, close to as perfect as possible. Now, one thing I want to make straight, this is not Genshin. It will never be Genshin. If you're going into this expecting a Genshin Impact experience, you will not be happy. And that's on you. That's on the players. That's not on the company, because they're making an experience that is unique to their fan base and something that is completely different. It is an alternative, and is a healthy alternative, right? Put about maybe 20 hours, 15 to 20 hours into the game so far, and I'm loving it. I really am. And I made a video about the whole Genshin killer thing. Look, nothing's killing Genshin. We'll get to that towards the end of the video, because that is not even the topic at hand. The topic at hand is trying to clear out all the nonsense that they're talking about the game. Combat, great. It's smooth. Combat relies on your skill. If you are just not good, like me, I'm not good at this game, you're going to have a problem once you beat the story and you actually start getting to the harder content. The barrier to entry is very simple, and the game starts off very easy. They give you a great breakdown of the tutorial of actually how to parry, perfect dodges, the slowing down time. You know, they give you the little sound cue, so that way you know, okay, it's time to swap out to field, because not only do you have basic attack, you have your pretty much elemental skill in your burst, you have intro attacks, you have outro attacks. They're actually encouraging you to not have a one on-field DPS and then just kind of like sub DPSs to the side, where you can swap out. You can swap in and out with all of them, whether it's a support, whether it's a DPS, whether it's, you know, sub DPS, it doesn't matter. They're encouraging that unique gameplay and not just sticking with one person. I love Genshin. I love Nouvellette. When the fuck do you get off in Nouvellette? Pretty much never. Unless you got to fucking swirl something, or you run a Ganyu and doing your freezes or some shit, you are on Nouvellette. And again, that's my favorite character in the game, but there's that one character. And a lot of massive team comps in the game have that one character, right? Everyone's saying again, oh, it's easy. Okay, hit Union rank 18. Hit Union rank 20. Hit Union rank 27. Go into the Abyss. Go into the Abyss and clear it. And I'm personally, maybe I'm just the drizzling shit. I am struggling to complete just the first portion of the Abyss for me to unlock that extra 4-star. Could it possibly be that my characters are just not built and I have really bad luck with gacha? Yeah, sure, fucking 100%. But I also have 2 5-stars on the team. I have one really great DPS who's out here fucking punching the shit out of things. It's very similar to Gaming. And I have another one who's probably going to be the best support in the game when the game fully releases, who's very similar to a combination of Nahida and Betty. And I am getting fucking bodied. Why? Because I can't time my parries properly, and they do a shit ton of damage. So the difficulty spike shoots the fuck up. Shoots up. You don't have to worry about the game being too easy. With time, obviously you build your characters and it will get easier, but I am 95% sure there'll be enough challenge in the end game content that it'll be worth sticking around and playing. So the whole, it's too easy, I can't see myself playing this long term. Look, if you don't want to play long term, fucking do whatever you want. I don't care, right? But it's not easy. It's easy at first, and then it gets really fucking hard. This does not seem like the game where you can get X amount of 5-stars and just forehead your way through it. I mean, you could if you're good, right? If you're good at dodging, if you're good at parrying, etc., but you can't just roll the new 5-star who's like the, Zhao that hit puberty, Jinyan, I don't know his name off the top of my dome, and just forehead your way through. Even with a good build, I don't think you'll be able to do it in the end game content. It's going to take some sort of skill. This game feels like you can comfortably beat it without spending $1. Now, you have to practice and really have your builds on point and make sure that your parries are good, your dodges are good, your team comps are good, how you're using your echoes, which we'll get to in a minute. But it feels like it is something that is doable, and it makes me happy. I feel like I can go into this game free to play and still accomplish everything, It's harder. It's harder. But also, is it really? Is it really? I don't think so. I think Genshin is a harder game to go into free to play, and 36 are the Abyss. That's a game where I feel like I have to spend money. This game, I don't get that urge. I don't see it yet. I don't think so. From what I've seen from the first beta, what I'm experiencing now, I don't think so. I think it really relies on your skill. Echoes. This is easily the best artifact system I've seen in any video game ever, hands down. Some fucking idiot was like, oh, what are you playing, Mario Kart? You damn fucking right. See me on Rainbow Road, pussy. Here's the deal. Echoes do not require resin. The fact that you can grind artifacts without using resin, now I could be wrong. You might need resin for the boss echoes. I don't think you do, because I fought a boss earlier and I was able to suck him up without using resin. But I might be wrong on that. I'm not going to lie to you. But the fact that you can get 200 plus echoes for free from exploring the game, and they'll tell you where they are, you just have to get lucky for it to drop, is such a game changer in your daily grind and in your mental state of, what am I using my resin on today? What am I prioritizing? It allows you to level your characters. It allows you to use your resin for talents. It allows you to literally do everything else under the sun and not have to worry. And I love that. Now getting to the actual mechanics of the echoes themselves, this is another holy shit, this is fucking really cool. And why did nobody else think of this ever? You have 5 artifact slots. The first echo that you equip, you're allowed to use that echo in combat. While I'm beating the shit out of some bitch-ass looking motherfucker that's from Borderlands, I can swap out to my echo and just absolutely obliterate them. Mid-combo. I could swap out and I could turn into this gigantic fucking boss that I killed, or I could turn into a turtle that's twerking. It's me. The turtle is me, brother. The turtle is me. I'm out here twerking on stream all day, you know what I'm saying? With that, you then have the 4 other ones. So you're able to use the first one in combat, and then you have the set bonuses. The other 4 are used mainly for substats and set bonuses. The set bonuses work 2-piece sets and 5-piece sets. I think that's great. I think there's going to be a lot of creativity, a lot of freedom, and a lot of really unique builds we're going to see with this. And again, no resin needed. Fucking Christ. Thank you. Literally, thank you. I can't say it enough. There is a point system with the echoes. So you have a total of points of 10. I think it goes up to 12 as you increase your union rank. I don't know if it goes past that. But in my current world, I can't put 3 4-star, 3 4-point relics. I say relics, artifacts, echoes. You know what I'm saying? I can't put 4 of them on the same character. They have to equal out to 10. And that's a way to make sure that they're balanced and that you're not too overpowered. The world, graphics are great. It's different. It is very, very, very different from Genshin. And this is what I'm saying. This game is not Genshin Impact. It's darker. It has a different tone. Character designs look different. They feel different. I mean, I think the world is nice. I am having more fun currently. I'm going to say currently, probably because it's new, but I'm having more fun running around in the open world and Wuthering Waves than I am in Genshin. I am. I think the puzzles are a bit more fun, and I don't know, the actual genuine exploration of being able to run up walls, clambering, the Spider-Man that you could do 24/7, you know, like it just feels smooth and unique. It feels good. It's clunky sometimes, you know, when you're running up a wall, your character might go invisible, you know, shit like that. It is what it is. Whether that's a bug or not. Bro, is that going to make me stop from playing the game? Ethan, you can't play the game because when you went up to a wall, your character turned invisible. Combat, great. Exploration, great. Relics, echoes, whatever the fuck you want to call them, great. Now, there are some things that can be worked on, right? But I think a lot of these things are fixable. There's only one thing that I just don't think they can fix, and it's my personal opinion. And I'm also jumping the gun a little bit. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I could eat my words when the game officially releases. And that's about the story, but we'll get to the story after. Some of the things that I think they could fix. Some are bugs. Some are things that I'm like, I don't know how I feel about this. The world needs more mobs. The worlds need more mobs. It does feel like it is a lot of open space and a lot of water, and it feels empty. It does feel a little empty. I enjoy exploring it and running around just because the movement is so fluid, and I feel like I'm in a combination of like Spider-Man and GTA in a way. I don't know how to describe it, but there could be more enemies, 100%. And I think that is a simple fix. I don't think that's a game-breaking change. It doesn't even have to be the echoes. You can add normal enemies. I know that, again, like they got people that look like Borderlands characters in there. You can fucking add anything. Doesn't need to be echoes because maybe you don't want people to farm too much. That, I think, is an easy fix. The lack of tutorials after you beat the main story, I think is a problem. I beat the main story. I was lost for about 5 minutes. I was like, okay, I want to do this. I want to upgrade my character's talents. Okay, well, you have to be SLG phase 2 or phase 3, whatever it was. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And how do I do it? I had to look at the UI and figure it all out. And I know reading is hard. Oh my God, Ethan, why can't you just read? Are you stupid? Yes, I am stupid and I can't fucking read. And that's why we need the tutorials, goddammit. We need fucking tutorials. There was a part in the game, and I know at least 5 other content creators had this issue. They got to the part where you have to scan the truck, and they didn't tell you hold tab to change what's on your T-bind for the scan. I was stuck there for 20 minutes. I closed the game, I relaunched it, I didn't know what was happening. The tutorials definitely seem to be lacking. When you're in the character screen, it doesn't tell you, correct me if I'm wrong, on my stream, I did not get anything that says click this button on the bottom, you'll be able to try the characters. Because you can. If you click on the bottom right, there is a button that allows you to try the characters that are in your inventory, and then you get rewards from it. Little things like that are a problem. Or the lack of explaining with elements. All they do is say, they don't even tell you. Realistically, I haven't seen anything that says it tells you. You see the elements on the echoes, you see the elements on the characters. When you unlock the world bosses after you finish the story, it says this world boss is not is immune to electric or resistant to electric. And then it's like, okay, is there anything else to it? You know, I'm over here thinking, do I have to match them? Do I have to combine them? I know in CBT1, they had a little bit of like a different system where I think there were some sort of reactions. Now I believe it's taken out fully or something along those lines. That I was confused on. And I think they did not do a good job explaining anything. And again, especially coming from Genshin, but even if you're coming into it from a different perspective, whether you play Destiny has elements, and you know that, well, I have to match this void purple shield with this void purple enemy, so that way I can kill them faster, right? I don't know. I thought maybe I'm overthinking it, but like maybe you could tell us like, hey, this is what it does. Here's what it's about. Okay, not the biggest deal in the world. Make a tutorial. That's not a gameplay issue. That's not a fundamentally something is wrong with the game issue, right? Here's what I think is what's wrong with the game in terms of story. And I could be wrong, and maybe I'll do a 180 and I'll fucking love it. In the first 15 to 20 minutes, I was fucking lost. To be more specific, in the first 5 minutes, with the lore dumps and all this other nonsense, I thought, holy shit, it's too much. It's too much. It's too much to handle. It's too much to dissect, to digest. I'm learning all these key vocabulary words I could barely read on a 3rd grade level, and they're giving me vocabulary on top of vocabulary on top of vocabulary, and I'm like, brother, let's just take a step back. Hi, my name is Ethan. I'm nice to meet you. I want to play the game with you. I think it did a little too much. And I got to the point where I was like, all right, I'm not paying attention anymore. Spoilers, not spoilers. You don't want to hear whatever. Skip a little bit. You meet one of the villains. They sit you down. You go through this 15-minute monologue with them, and they kind of piece it together, and they're like still pictures. And then after that, they retell you the same 15-minute monologue in a 5-minute like cutscene with the same pictures. And I'm like, what the fuck was the point of that? What was the point of that? What's the point? Like, you just fucking wasting my time. What am I doing here? I didn't like it. And I think that could be a driving factor where the story just felt a little weird, felt a little goofy. I don't know. Again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I have a change of heart, but this is them rewriting it for a second time. I don't see them rewriting it for a 3rd time. And I don't think they should, because just because I don't like the story doesn't mean you don't like the story. I've talked to people in my chat. Some people in my chat fucking love it. They think it's really great. Some people in my chat think it's the stupidest shit in the world. Other content creators like it. I love that for you. For me, I'm not feeling it. But I'm not here for the story. I'm going to be honest with you. If the story is good, icing on the cake. I fucking love it. I think that'd be dope. But I don't find interest or any enjoyment out of what I had. I liked how they dropped you in immediately and you get like a boss fight and it picks up. Like that I don't mind. But it felt like just sensory and information overload to the point where I was like, dude, I don't even fucking care. I don't care. That is something that I think is fundamentally wrong with the game, and I don't know if you could fix. There's some cool points. There's some cool points in the story where they had me interested for a minute or two, like the last boss fight. Some of the cutscenes are actually, all the cutscenes are beautiful. They really are. I think the cutscenes are top tier. But they get me. I'm like, oh, wait a second. That's really cool. And then they lose me again. And I'm just like, okay. All right. I'm going to stop paying attention again. So I'll give the story another chance when the game fully comes out and it's fleshed out and it's not missing dialogue and it doesn't say, insert text here, but overall, this is a great video game. Here's the hard, honest fucking truth, though. It's not Genshin Impact, and it's not a bad thing. That is a great thing. You have the weirdos on the internet who's going to review bomb it and who are going to hate it because it's not Genshin. Dude, fucking ignore those weirdos. Who cares? Who cares, bro? I love Genshin. I love Genshin with all my fucking heart. Genshin changed my life. I met great people. Start doing great content. I love Genshin. I love Hoyoverse. Ignore them, right? But here's the other problem with it not being Genshin. There are 65 million monthly players, roughly, probably more, despite what everyone thinks that the game is dying. Probably more, right? And let's make a guess. 50 million of them will never touch another gacha game because it is not Genshin Impact. And that's just the truth. That's the truth, right? So that is not Koro Games' problem. That's not, they are not going into developing this game and creating this title to say, okay, we're here to steal Genshin Impact. They know that it's the biggest one, and they're aware we want to do something different. So when people just say it's not Genshin, okay, like, all right, like, go play Genshin. That's fine. You know what I mean? But this whole narrative, it's not going to go away. And it's going to be annoying, but you just got to fucking ignore it. Because why feed into the negativity? You know? I fucking hope this game prospers and it does amazing and it gets 30 million monthly players, 60 million monthly players. I think it has so much fucking potential. And I just want to see it win. But I think the unfair, annoying criticisms, because it's not Genshin, is getting out of hand. It's just stupid. It's just dumb. There's some things that are wrong, and then there's some things that they do that are fucking great. Fucking amazing. And that is my rant. So I'm right, you're wrong, and if you feel otherwise, that's because you're not go-to with the sauce the way I am. And that is it. And this is the Genshin Killer. I'm out. Goodbye.